People can argue all day about what car is best, what car is worst, but occasionally something comes into your life with a little bit of sizzle that's a little bit special.
And that's right, sometimes there's a lot of hype, and in this case, the hype is real. This particular brand of car, haven't always been a huge fan of, I thought they were a bit bland. This particular model though, has changed my mind.
Welcome to another episode of Mighty Car Mods. How are you doing, Martin?
I'm excellent, because we're talking about one of my favourite cars in the whole fleet and one of the funnest cars I reckon you can own.
Plus, we've got something absolutely incredible to tell you. But first, hang out for it, people. It's going to be worth it. Come and have a look at this.
Come and have a look at this.
Join Martin's dream that's not a dream.
This, everyone, some people have already guessed, is a Toyota GR Yaris. An unexpected thing that Toyota came out with. They made an awesome little hot hatch, 3-cylinder, turbocharged, all-wheel drive, modern, fast, really reliable, and most importantly, a whole lot of fun at the racetrack.
I only have one question though, Martin. Why is it that there are two of them exactly the same?
Not quite exactly the same. I'm going to get to that, but first, let me show you all the mad mods that we've done to this particular car.
This car has continued to surprise me with how capable it is. I had my doubts, it being a fridge-coloured Toyota, that it would have had the required special sizzle I've found in other cars. But after driving it to Canberra and then flying through the air off a jump in a Yaris rally car, I started to understand. Then the aftermarket exploded with parts to improve every aspect of this platform, and our mods began. With just handling mods, it was already impressive.
Oh, it turns now, jeez. Whoa, it turns.
Oh, and it grips.
I then looked at supporting mods that would help with longevity, to keep it cool and consistent on the track. An intake and exhaust was also added to bring out the 3-cylinder growl, and some more extensive handling mods happened, as well as some mad new custom wheels and some Michelin Pilot Sport 5 tyres. Then I hit the track and the skid pan.
Yes!
It just kept coming back for more, a calm, collected and capable little angry nugget.
The mods that went on this car have been excellent. I've been driving it for a while now with them on, particularly the exhaust, which sounds awesome, the intake for the mad bushy noises, and even more importantly, the cooling and reliability mods like the front mount and the oil cooler.
But what has all of this got to do with you? That is a good question. Now, Castrol has been a long-term sponsor of Mighty Car Mods for a long time, as has Supercheap Auto. And we got a call from Castrol and they said, we got this great idea. We would love to give one of your fans one of the Mighty Car Mods cars. And I was like, that is a great idea. And they're like, what do we give away? Marty's Yaris. That is the best choice by far.
Except that's my car.
I know.
For one of your cars.
I'm not giving away one of my cars. We're giving away one of your cars, Martin.
It is one of the best cars.
But then Martin said no, he didn't want to give it away. So we had to put our thinking caps on. And what we decided on was getting a replica of Marty's car. So we've got another Yaris here that someone basically just drove home from the dealer and then put in storage. And we were like, we will have that, thank you, while it's basically new. And then a pallet of every single modification. Come and have a look. We'll go through it in detail. A pallet of all the different modifications that went into Marty's one. So you can literally watch the video of the Yaris modification extravaganza and you can build your own. How do you win it? Well, we're going to tell you how. But first, let's have a look at all the mad loot that one of you is going to get. So the first thing you're going to get is some RC3s. These were ordered from Japan, and unlike Marty's, these are absolutely brand spanking new. Plus, also from Japan, the HKS exhaust system. What have you got over there, Martin?
Which is, I should mention, is a super turbo exhaust system. That's the main reason we got it, because it's called a super turbo. We've also got goodies from Whiteline as well, so lowering spins and a full handling kit as well, which is in that box over there. So sway bars, all the same stuff that we did. We've also got the oil cooler set up too. So that, with the oil cooler, we've got braided brake lines. We've got a big front mount intercooler. We've got the intake, we've got brake pads, we've got titanium backings, and we also have some Castrol Edge that's going to come with your car as well. That is for the Yaris.
Now, plus, you're going to get a set of Michelin Pilot Sport 5s, and then you can just go back, look at the Mighty Car Mods video, and you can literally Lego together your own. So you have Marty's car but Marty also gets to keep his car because he doesn't want to give it away.
Except yours will have newer parts and be a newer car, so that's pretty cool too. Anyway, that's all the stuff you're gonna get, but a lot of these mods are track focused. The reason we did it was so that you could take a car that's already really good. In stock, you can take them to the track and they're great, but with some of these mods, the idea was to be able to go reliably and regularly to the track without destroying stuff, so we've got a lot of reliability mods like front mounts and oil coolers and things like that, plus some stuff to make it sound better, and importantly, some stuff to make it handle better for sick lap times. Speaking of lap times, I'm going to take it to Sydney Motorsport Park to the track to show you just how excellent this thing is. All right, out at Sydney Motorsport Park in the Yaris, one of my favourite places to be, especially in this car. I've got it in track mode, I've got my manual transmission blipping the throttle for me, so I've got just enough tech to make it fun without it getting in the way. And I love this circuit, it's awesome. This car's not in like all-out race mode with slicks and crazy alignments, it's pretty much just how you daily it. But look how well it's doing. It's just cranking down this straight at 120 into a corner, flipping throttles.
Hello, mate.
Oh, g'day, mate.
How you doing, mate?
How you going?
How's things?
Nice car.
I didn't know you were going to be here today, mate. How's things?
Awesome. 2 hot hatches, that's what we want.
I do. The little Yaris is looking great.
Let's go, full boost. Boom, down the straight. Just flat, just flat. I've got oil temp and oil pressure gauges, which is cool, so I can see what my oil's actually doing.
I cannot catch you, mate. You're actually, you're going hotter into that corner than I'm willing to.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, I'm going hot into this corner, but it sustained it, dude. It did good. A little bit onto the ripple strip. Probably, yeah, faster than I wanted to go too. So I can see exactly what my oil's doing in this car, which is great. So the factory ECU's obviously quite modern. It's got a lot of data going in. I can get my oil temp and my oil pressure, and you press a couple of buttons, you do a bit of a keyboard cat cheat code, and then you can see them on the dash, which is pretty cool for a track day because your oil temp and that and pressure is kind of the most important insight the car's going to give you, along with your coolant temperature. How's your golf going back there, mate?
Mate, I'm still with you for now, but I tell you what, I'm driving hard and I'm not gaining any distance on you at all. I reckon maybe because I got these massive brakes, I can get a little closer to you like now on this corner, which I call the Lotus corner. And other than that though, you are just consistently staying ahead in a car that costs half as much. I reckon that's very, very impressive.
Yeah, it's so chuckable, and it is really forgiving. Like it lets you get away with some stuff when you don't quite get it right. Like at a track day like this, there's a lot of fast cars around, and I am checking my mirrors because I don't want to crash into anyone. And so it'll still let you get it a bit wrong, you know what I mean?
But it just looks so planted, dude, and it's so fast that it makes sense to me why you would not want to give it away.
Absolutely do not want to give it away. This is way too much fun. And it's the car that you can just sort of bring to a track day like this and stay ahead of some other seriously capable cars like your Golf R, like the Focus RS that's behind you, and have a really, really good time.
But I'm in my Nürburgring mode, so let's go Germany. Let's see if I can catch you down the straight. Here we go.
It's coming. I went way too fast through here last lap, so I'm just going to chill it out a little bit. That's better. Before I was using all the track, which I know you're supposed to, but on cold tyres, it's probably not advisable. The Yaris also has way bigger brakes than you would expect for such a little hatchback too. And they really do work well. I just got to remember to actually stomp on them and use them. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Now it feels good. You know it takes like a lap to get dialed in and then you start to remember what you're doing? Yeah, that's now. This is cool. This is awesome. You remember how that we've had some of those race drivers tell us like to be okay with braking later into the corner and actually holding a bit of brake through there? Trying to remember to do that's tricky because all you want to do is just get back on the power, but actually you need to settle it down.
Well, mate, I am not able to gain on you. I don't know what that says about our abilities in the cars, but I think what it says is that little Yaris is absolutely amazing. I know it took a little while to win me over, but what an excellent little nugget. Like, it's Japanese, it's all-wheel drive, it's turbo, it's excellent, and I think it's amazing that Castrol and Supercheap Auto have offered to give one away while you also get to keep yours. I think is really, really cool.
I'll tell you what, if you have a Yaris that you win and you get to do this, you are winning. This is unreal. And the mods that we've done, that's the other thing, like the mods we've done to this Yaris, it was always about preservation. Like, it makes good power, it's very capable, but it's like, what can you do to the car to mean you can just drive and drive and drive and drive and have an awesome time without damaging it, you know? Like, keep the oil cool, keep the stuff ventilated through it. Like, my oil temps are just completely stable. My pressures are great. It's making heaps of boost. It's got a smart computer in it that can sort of manage everything for you quite well.
And the only time that I'm catching you legitimately is when I'm going over 200 kilometers an hour down the straight. That is the only time. Like, I can drive as aggressively as my ability in this car, and these tires will let me go. And I'm just not closing the gap on you, dude. The gap now is the same as it was before.
The feedback I've had on these cars from racing drivers is they only want more power on the straights. That's the only place they want more power. They're happy with the way it responds in corners. They're happy with the way it all works. It's just more legs when you're out on the straight, you know what I mean? I'm chasing down a new 86 or a new BRZ and some kind of Porsche.
Can we please get past that 86 Martin? That's mandatory. Just because, you know, I don't know, because I think we should. So let's just see what we can do about chopping that one, mate.
I'm getting close. I mean, these things are pretty capable, but I am getting close. Let's see how we go. Yeah, man, I reckon I'll be able to get past him on a straight. I obviously don't want to overtake on a corner in this kind of track day. This isn't a race session. But I reckon I'll be able to get there. Here we go. After this corner, after this hairpin, I reckon it's going to happen.
Yep, I'm coming too. See if we can do a double 86 chop.
Here we go. All right. Oh, it's got power though. That 86 moves, or the BRZ moves. Here we go. Chopped.
What an excellent little nugget the Yaris is. It has won me over. It took me a little while, but it has won me over. Good job, man. Good driving.
This is the way you would drive your Yaris around. These tyres, these mods don't take anything away from the daily driving on it. You know, obviously lowering your car's a personal preference. Suspension mods are a personal preference. I think in this case, it's fine. For the 10% of like noise you gain on the road, you gain so much fun at the track, and it just doesn't ruin it in any way.
So that was me driving at about 80%. The gap between us was the same the whole time. You know the only thing that let you get away? At one point you increased the gap. Do you know what it was?
No.
My hands started getting very hot.
Oh, you got sweaty hands.
No, my heated steering wheel was on.
That's what I mean. You're getting all sweaty hands from your heated steering wheel. I got a heated steering wheel too. Did you know that?
But guess what? Right there in front of me is the GoPro that shows whether it's on or off. So I'm fumbling with the thing because it's one button to turn it on, but 3 presses to turn it off. And so I was fiddling around looking at that, trying to look around the GoPro, and you know, you got the lead. So well done. But then what's funny is, once I actually hit the button, I realized I hadn't bumped the heating steering wheel at all. My hands were just getting hot because I was excited, and it was off, but me pressing the button turned it on. So there you go.
The GR Yaris, it's a great daily, and it is fantastic on the track. And now you're probably wondering, how do I win one?
Well, if you're in Australia or New Zealand, all you've got to do is go to Supercheap Auto, and for every $20 that you spend on Castrol products, you will get 1 entry into the competition. Spend $40, you will get 2 entries. Use your trade card or your club card, and one of you will end up with this mad car. So I do want to say a massive thank you both to Castrol and to Supercheap Auto for giving us the opportunity to give one of you this amazing car and this amazing prize. All the details and everything that you need to know is down below.
Mad? All right, going for a drive.
Mun, I want to know, can I enter and win?
No.
Because if I win that car, you could drive your car, I could have that one, which is newer and, let's be honest, actually better, and then I could trash you at the track.
You're not allowed.
Why
But
not?
I'll let you drive mine just for now.
Okay.